Hello everyone, this is Terry Honeycutt with my photo borders. I have a new design I want to show you guys. This one is called Repeat, and we called it that name for the repeating text that we have in the background. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to show you how to use it. So first off, this is a Photoshop template, and because we are using a smart object for the repeating text, you will need Adobe Photoshop. This will not work in Adobe Elements far as the repeating text goes. You can use it in Elements if you don't plan on using the repeating text, because you will need Adobe to update it. So let's go ahead and get started here. So this is the basic design we set up, but I do have another player in here. I want to show you how to go through and kind of customize the entire template. So let's turn this little guy off here, and let's turn the soccer on. So let's start from the bottom. I usually like to start at the base and work my way up. So the very bottom layer is the background color. So I'm going to go ahead and make it similar to his shirt here. So let's just get a color here. Maybe darken it down just a little bit. There we go. And then for the text, okay, so this is a smart object here, and even though you can change the color of the text in the smart object, I've also included a layer that allows you to just pretty much do a global change. If you plan on just using one color, then it's easier just to update it from right here. So let's go ahead and double click on this. Typically what I like to do on this design is just make the text so it's just kind of barely visible, but where it doesn't stand out too much. So let's go ahead and just pick from the shirt again, and typically just gonna go a little darker than the original color, or let's see, here it goes. There we go. So if you see what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to go a little bit darker. Like I said, I don't want it to distract and take away from the player, but I do want it to be visible. So let's go ahead and so there is some smoke behind the player here. If you want to, I've got both the smoke. I have a foreground smoke and a background. I have them both set to white, but if you wanted different colors, you can, do that here for the background smoke. So let's go ahead and just move on up the layers here. So the center shape color you can change here if you like to whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and leave it white, and then let's start off with the these trim colors here. So this is all from the center section, and if you notice, I have everything labeled. So this is the outer base, and if you notice, the other ones are just center line 5, center line 4, center line 3. So that'll make it easier for you to keep up with what's what. So let's go ahead and start with the outer base. I'm gonna go ahead and just make these white here, and then the center line, we'll leave it white, and you can click these on and off if you want to see which line it is. All right, so that's inner line, which is center line, but it's the inner orange one you see here. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it something red here as well. I'm gonna copy that, so we'll use it on the other ones. So center line 4, center line 4, so basically it's the top and the bottom, and we'll just replace the color on those. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do center line 3 the same way. Center line 2 is the outer line, so I'm going to go ahead and make these white. So center line 2. Center line 1 is the outer edge, and I'm going to go ahead and set those to white as well. There we go. Okay, so that gets the background to where I want it pretty much. The other thing is there is some dots back here, and I'll show you. Okay, right here, background dots. You can change these as well if you want, a different color. You can actually turn them off if you prefer not to have them. So it's up to you. So let's move on up to template. As far as the text goes, let's go ahead and update this. Instead of Cedar Springs, let's give him a different name and we'll call it East Hamford. And then I'm going to highlight this Tigers baseball and we'll call it Dragon Soccer. And then let's change this text to a red color here. There we go. And that updates the text on the bottom. The these bottom edge colors, I'm gonna go ahead and make this one pure black. And then there's a little trim above it. Let's go ahead and set it to red. Let's go ahead and make it a little brighter here. There we go. And the name, we'll call him David. Basically, all I'm doing here is double clicking on the letter T to replace it. And let's call this Miller. And let's go ahead and make Miller, let's make it dark. And then David, I'm going to switch this orange to white. And double click on this FX symbol so I can edit the properties here of the layer style. And on the stroke, it has a white stroke, but we need to change that. So let's go ahead and change it to black. Okay, guys, we're almost done with it. So another step we need to do is go ahead and update this text in the background. And this is the repeating text, which is using the smart object. So I have it in a folder. So just open up this folder, and all you need to edit is this very top one here. It says repeating text, open to edit. All the other text layers are tied to this one. So let's go ahead and to open the smart object, just double click in the lower right hand corner here. This is going to open another file, and then I'm just going to double click up here, and then we'll just start typing Dragons Soccer. And just to make this quicker, I'm going to copy this, Control C. I'm going to hit a space bar, Control V for paste. And I'm going to space bar again, Control V, and that's quicker to update that way. Let's save this, so Control S to save it, and this will update the template. Let's close it out, and as you can see in the back, it is updated to Dragon Soccer. So if for some reason you wanted two different color texts, let's say you wanted Dragons this color and Soccer white, or it doesn't matter. If you decide you want two different colors, then turn off this font color layer here, and then actually change the color inside the smart object. Change the text there to what you actually want it to be. So either way works. That's it pretty much for the template, and we do have these in other sizes, and each template will work the same way as this one. So we're excited to release this one. If you have any questions about the template, run into any issues, please feel free to contact us via email, or you can reach us on our Facebook page or Facebook group as well. Thank you very much, and have a great day.